Talk about the thing called Bullets.
We're jamming.
Too easy, too easy.
Music a jam jam. Music a jam jam. Jamming. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Rich Team Production. Oh yeah, yeah. A long time don't hear good music.
I hope your Sunday afternoon is going very well, man.
I am, give me some bass. Ladies up in the place. Turn your wheels and roll it. Short,
What Jadel said. What Jadel said. Boy.
you know it, baby. Show me a jump, jumping. Keep the people smiling. We're jumping. I can feel the soca rising. We're jumping.
Livewire is brought to you by Christine Productions. Get the latest in dancehall, soca, reggae, and afro. Also donate to our PayPal and join our Patreon, becoming a apprentice.
Somebody said dash by that every time, but the dash by the thing every time. Too easy. The thing too easy. Thing so ridiculously easy. So we're in the adventures of Bullet Part 2 here. Putting together the party bag from Annika Berry here. Well, inspired song actually. So let's pick up where we left off. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back here on let's go back here on YouTube here. We're gonna bring up a song. We're gonna bring up that YouTube song from Annika Berry here. And see what we missed.
Calling in sick from the morning. I'm tired of the work, tired of the 9 to 5 of this job. Tell them I'm all in. I'm risking it all for a party. My bag done pack, the phone are catching me. So come let we go. Meet me there by the junction on the road. Time to break away. Look, my flights and book and my passport stamp and I find.
So let's see where we left off here. I'm gonna go back. Let me see if I can add a little bit of weight to this percussion here. Maybe right about there. Check this out. If we want to do, you'll see like what Annika did. More likely, she probably used an arpeggiator. Well, not her, but the producers. Is when you hold the key and you have that little. But luckily, we can do a step recording version of that. So, originally we did this. I'm gonna take up the. So. Let's try a step recording version for that. So I'm going to go right in here on this block. And I'm going to make sure the snap is on here. We're going to engage step recording here. And we're going to see if we can juice up what Annika did here. I'm going to go in triplet mode here. And I'm going to delete these notes. And I'm going to play the same things. I'm going to play back. Here we go. Let me do a quick let's do I'm gonna do a different version here. We'll go back, do the same thing, but we're gonna do it from the low notes. So let's see how that sounds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this now. Let's do that in the actual MIDI part. You see what I'm doing here, right? I engage a step recording, set the 30-second note. Well, I left that as is. I added triplet, and I punch in the notes slowly. I'm just going to drag that at the front a little bit here. If we want to be exact, a little bit to the back here. That's it right here. So I can take this one here now and replace it with the other one here. Think too easy, but it think too ridiculously easy. It's too easy, my brother. So back over here. Let's put it back to the back of it. I kind of like that. Let's see where the first one is so I don't confuse the time of that. Too early. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna drag it a little bit to the right. So we got, there we go. There we go. Now we sound a little bit more like Annika. Let's go ahead now and put in some kick drums here. I'm gonna go down to let's see, maybe battery. Well, I'm gonna use contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my Soca kicks here. Let's go into keyboards, go into drums, and I'm gonna go down to Soca Drum Labs. I'm gonna use this one right here. There we go. With the metronome. Now, the kick is fairly low, so we're gonna use the trusty API to bring that up. Bring it down. So we're getting there. Let's do a double check here on Annika track here. Let's see what Brother Ray might be missing here.
Myself calling in sick from the morning. Tired of the work, tired of the 9 to 5 for this job. Tell them I'm all in, I'm risking it all for a party. My back done.
So we need a giant snare right away. A giant snare. I'm gonna label this kick drum here. Just gonna. You can use any drum snare samples if you want to. I'm just gonna cycle through some here. Let's try this one here. So we know the style is being played. That's what we're doing here. So we'll go back here to the front. There we go. Let's go back in here. So we need a little bit of, a little bit of clarity here. So pull up the SSL J9000 here. I do apologize if you're hearing a little bit of feedback here. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. It's kind of strange. Bear with me, my brother. I want to feel like it's my interface. And I kind of feel like it does. So I probably might have to be looking into a new interface. I'm going to try to unfreeze myself. I'm going to probably have to be looking at a new interface, maybe Christmas, because I don't like that tone just now. That's normally a sign that, hey, man, you got to take a look at that interface. So, as I was saying, we're going to add a little bit of brightness to the kick drum here. Right about there. A little bit of lower end. So now we need to get some hi-hats going here. I'm probably going to use, you can use any standard one. Bright hi-hats is the way to go for soca music. So I'm going to add that in there. I'm just randomizing the hi-hats on the sequence. Let's go back here. Play back. in some cases, sometimes you might want to layer a second one, maybe a different texture. Maybe an open hats kind of feel. So I'm gonna go pull up battery here. See how this sounds. Maybe this one right here. I'm just gonna add that right in there. You're the hi-hats king, man. So I'm not gonna really, just add your stuff in there, man. So, like I said, the more we add stuff, the kind of I don't really want to say unbalanced it becomes, but certain things kind of start to sound apparently a little bit louder. So we gotta always be rebalancing our stuff here. So we're gonna look at this part here. We're more likely we want kind of melody. Doesn't mean the chord is gonna be there. It depends on the artist. I'm gonna bring that up a little bit. Maybe add some clarity to it as well. So let's go back to the guitar here. Now we pulled out, like I said yesterday, we pulled out some medium frequencies here, about the 400, because I wanted the second guitar to cut through. That's what is giving it its more realistic tone. For that, that's why I'm using this one with more volume here. Give it a little more clarity here. See if I can get a little bit of top end on that. we're giving the synth a little bit more clarity here, because we're shaping the overall mix to get a little bit more brighter, more modern. Now let's get to the bass line here. Let's see what we can try. Maybe something from Mojito. Let's try something from Mai Tai. We're gonna come up with some different bass examples here. That's a little too grimy for me. We'll go back on Mai Tai here. Now this has some nice bottom end to it. So what we're gonna do with this style here is I'm gonna do two different playing styles that's still gonna work for this beat. You know, maybe that can kind of broaden your inspiration on. So we're using like this kind of plucky, picky bass here. Let me grab a EQ for this here. I'm just gonna shave off a little bit low end. So we know the song is F sharp major, C sharp major, D sharp major, and then it goes to A sharp minor. So all I'm going to do is play the I'm taking pauses and gaps in between the notes. So I'm playing boom boom. I'm not doing this. I'm putting gaps in between to blend. Let's see how that sounds with the mix here. So I'm gonna put that in. Here we go. Come back, play back. I'm gonna take off a little bit of that top end because I want the punchy low end stuff. Add a little bit of a preamp to it. It doesn't hurt. Give it a little bit of power. See how it sounds with the jump. we can tackle drums. We can tackle our mix starting with the drums, or we can tackle our mix starting with the synths or acoustics, whatever. I feel like the drums is slightly out of place. So here's what we can do. We can start off with just the drums, balancing. So we have the bass, we have the drum kit, so we can balance the bass with the drum kit. And then we can bring in the guitars and then the synths, layer by layer here, layer by layer here. So first of all, let's play the kick. Bass. Now that mid-range tone from that bass might not matter. Bring yourself a little bit, bring up the bass. Maybe add a little bit of 50 on the kick. So we want to get that to want to get that punch from that percussion. So I'm boosting the top end. Now it's very important that we have this bongo drum in there. Making sure you're hearing your percussions, because that contributes to a strong rhythm section. I'm gonna start off with some 10K on that bongo drum. Okay, right there. Listen very carefully to the kick and where the bass is at. They're both kind of similar in levels, but they're not getting in the way of each other. Now, this is like a clap sound. I'm going to bring up the volume for it. Very close to the bongo drum. I'm putting that. I don't want to get that too loud. I don't want to do this. It's too loud. But I do want it to be part of the part of something. I'm gonna bring up that cowbell. Whenever I'm seeing that I'm pushing up the fader, but I'm kind of losing. I'm not getting enough volume. Then I switch to the preamp because, like I say, I don't want to be crossing zero too much. So I'm gonna grab the trusty API because it's ridiculously low CPU usage. Is very powerful. And we're going to throw that just on that cowbell. get a little more clarity to the bongo drums. Now we're gonna start off with the guitars here. Remember, the first one is kind of like a more of a body for a low end. Bring it down a little bit. A little bit. Then we have like the strum effect. Leave that at the back. Now the acoustic guitar, we want to make that a little bit more brighter, so it gives us the fake feel, well, realistic feel of a strum. That's why we added that acoustic guitar. So we're bringing in the balance for the guitar now. Listen very keenly to the balance. Bring in the Nexus here. Now this sound here, the padded sounds, is kind of on the same level as the bass. So that's this is bass version 1 here, this right here. Very straightforward, right? Originally, Anika uses a like a more sustained bass. If we go in to the song,
Calling in sick from the morning. Tired of the walk, tired of.
so what we're gonna do, we're gonna look for a more sustained bass version. I'm gonna mute this one here, and I'm gonna try the same Mai Tai. I'm just gonna call it sustained bass. It can be done. I believe in a song from Destra called "Somebody Gonna Whine on You." She uses a sustained performance. What is a sustained performance? Holding down the keys. Let's look for a sustained bass for it. Something we can hold the keys down. Something like this can work. We can do that. I'm gonna disable the other bass, and we're gonna bring in some of the synths. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's go back here. I'm gonna go back here. down, down. We can add this on top too. So we're going here. So I'm gonna bring this back. That can work. So you're kind of getting a little bit more low end moving here. Take the bass down just a little tad. Now, let's compare both that and the other version. Let's do this version here. Now I want to do the sustain. Here we go. Which one do you like better? To be honest, I think the sustain one kind of sounds like it has a little bit more strength to it. The other one is like you're getting a bouncy bass, but it's kind of invisible, but still you're feeling it. So it's all about taste. You can see why Annika went with the sustain.
All in, calling in sick from the morning. Tired of the work, tired of the 9 to 5 for this job. Tell them I'm all in.
Now she is adding an additional hit on the instrument. We're gonna find that. So I'm gonna disable this one. I'm gonna leave the sustain bass here. Let's go down to. I'm gonna maybe grab Ucent, and I'm gonna show you a plugin that Waves recently released. Now, I have given you yes, I have given you Waves. The good news is you can download this plugin. Remember what I taught you about Waves? Let's add in the synth, then I'm going to get to the plugin real quick, and I'm going to show you how quickly you can get the mix to sound crazy loud with it. Let's go underneath Polysynths. We're looking kind of like for a kind of hit kind of synth. Maybe something like that can work. Put some delay behind it. Let's go here. Let's increase the delay. Let's increase the delay's feedback. Here we go. That's all I'm adding here. I'm going to bring up the volume a little bit so we can hear it. That's being added at the back. That's a little bam, whatever. I think we need to back off a little bit on the kick drum. Sometimes it doesn't mean that you need to go crazy on the kick. Sometimes because the kick has a decent low end already. Because of the low end of the sustained bass is already giving us a sense of power. That's what we want, right? So I don't really need to add any more low end on the kick itself. As you can hear, it sounds like the kick has low end with the bass blending in with it. So remember, making decisions, we got to be careful. Now, about the plugin, as I was mentioning before we close, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to load it up in my session. It's the Waves L4. And you might say, Bullet, how do I get it? I'm going to show you how this thing right here, Wave Ultra Maximizer L4. Now, this is a clipper. And I'm paying money, actually $20 a month towards, I think it's a 4-time payment towards me owning the perpetual license for Gold Clip from Schwab. This allows me to get my masters well beyond -7 dB. And this plugin is going to help you do that as well. You don't have to spend money on it. The Waves L4. Blah, blah, blah. It says, today music needs more. L4 delivers adaptive limiter designed for modern music. More low end, more transparent punch. Now, it's not just a limiter, it's a clipper. So, I'm going to demonstrate real quick. Let's see the loudness of the current song of this track here. So we're at -10 right now. I'm going to demonstrate how powerful this thing is. I'm going to go to Magic AB. I'm going to load up a track that is well versed in loudness. It's actually from Britney Spears. This is going to help you deliver quick demos and master on loud levels. As you can see, it's going to -7. So how do we get our track to a sound as loud? I'm going to pull up the L4 here. L4 Ultra Maximizer. Now, check this out. Here's our ceiling, just like the L2 and that stuff. I'm just going to set it to about 0, anything below 0. Now, this is a trick. The more you push the clip on this side, the more it's gonna sacrifice dynamics, but keeping it intact. We can go on L2 mode. So the trick is to push the upward what you call dynamic compressors. This is basically gonna bring up the quiet parts in the mix, and you get more apparent volume. So let's see if we can grab up to -7 on this thing. Let's switch back to our song here. I'm going to show you now. like about this plugin here, you see this right here? It's giving you the LUFS short measurement, the same as over here. Let's compare that. I'm at -8. The other one is still loud, right? Because of we haven't brought up the quiet part. So check this out. If I push any more louder, I would still get it as loud, but it would start to sound a little bit with what you call artifacts. So check this out. I'm gonna back off on the threshold again. And I'm gonna push the upward dynamics here. Here we go. About 5. Now I'm going to push the clipper on the right. Check this out. I'm going to bring the threshold down. Keep on going. Keep on going.
But I menace, I'm all jealous. You can't. But you're a dangerous woman. That.
Go a little bit louder.
But I need you and I can take.
You can hit that maximum. So we can even go further. Check this out. We can go to 6.
I wanted what was off limits. Ian blow, well aware they're still in you.
You see how magically everything is retained, Bullet? It's a very powerful tool, my brother, because you can quickly take your demo tracks and get it ridiculously loud by using the L4 as I demonstrated here. Now, I will tell you this, the L4, I wouldn't suggest going as loud as -6. I would stay like maybe at -8. You can go to 7, like as it begins to hit just about 7, you can leave it there. But do it with like I said, you have the dynamic setting at 5, and you can push the clip. The more you push it on the right here, left click, it's going to clip more dynamics to give you even more loudness while you bring the threshold down. It's really crazy. That's all you got to do. Once you've mixed your track very well or very balanced, and you're ready to send it off to a client or somebody to catch a vibes with, you can quickly gain loudness with this L4 maximizer here. You might say, Bullet, how do you get it? Open up your Wave Central, my brother. Remember, you need a account which you have. You go on it, and you go into products, type in L4, select it, install it, and when it says finish installing, go back into your Waves folder that I sent you and apply the patch. Only take like 3 seconds. And then when you launch Studio One, plug in update, and you're gonna see the L4 comes in. It doesn't eat up any kind of CPU. It's a nice magic weapon. The plugin that I'm paying $20 for a month is this one here, the Gold Clip, which does the same thing but on a different level. If I go here, go to the Gold Clip here, I I can go and set my peak. Um, Let me go ahead and disable. I believe it's Unity. Where is it? Oh, this one here. Okay. So this is the one I'm paying for. Because I'm gonna, I master stuff from time to time for clients. So push the limiter with a clipper. Check this out. If I push this wheel here, it's gonna bring in some more harmonic stuff on it. And I can go into high quality mode here, which is going to give you more of that clean clip. I can go on modern. That's a gold clip for you. So yeah, powerful tool. The L4 is really it's amazing, man. You can do that to attain 7 and beyond, the same as the gold clip. Just wanted to share that with you because sometimes it's very difficult for people to send tracks on a nice balanced level real quickly, rather than sacrificing. It's not a limiter. I mean, it's a limiter, but it's more like a built-in clipper limiter. It's not your average limiter. So when you have something, you're ready to ship it to somebody, you can watch the levels. Like I said, target -8. More or less that's going to work. -8 give you a good loud enough. Unless you're mastering for somebody, I would tell you to go to -7 because that's going to make you more stand out. But what have we learned today, Bullet? Always listen keenly. What production is inspiring you? Listen closely to more likely the percussions and the drums. Sometimes stuff needs to be layered to sound a little bit stronger. Yeah, I mean, 99% of the time, most soca sounds, something has to be layered. Replay it. Don't just copy the MIDI files. When you replay it and add it to the track, it sounds a little bit bigger. Bassline, I've demonstrated 2 versions. We can do it a bouncy one, or we can hold the sustain. The one that I was using, this one here. Basically, it's this, right? Any synth bass that has, as you hold a note down, you can get that sustain. That's gonna work just fine with your productions for groovy soca. Guitars. Sometimes we gotta layer it to get a little bit more real. We've combined acoustics just for the top strum kind of thing to give a real. This has a very realistic guitar sound to it. Be creative in that form. Don't forget modulation effects. A little chorus can go a long way. A little reverb. Don't throw these things out. But these things is gonna make your individual sounds great, and it's gonna contribute to the entire process. I gave you an assignment and you didn't turn it in, but that's okay. I want to hear what you're hearing, because that's how I learn from people as well. So, when you have time, you build a rhythm, send it to me, and say, "Hey, buddy, take a listen. Take a listen to this." I want to hear your creativity, your productivity when you have the time. And I know Christmas is around the bend, so yeah. Let me know what rhythm you want to conquer next. I'm showing you tricks on bass articulations. and the overall vision and the goal is to have something sound good with less sounds, but still have a big end result every time. That's why we call it bulletproof, right? So let me know what I want, man. And like I said, I know you're busy sometimes with your work, but dedication, man. It make some not a sweet beat, send it to some artist. You never know who's gonna jump on your track next, man. So don't give up the fight, my brother. But I hope you enjoy your weekend. Now, in terms of yesterday, you probably have seen the link drop while I was streaming, but I was recording the whole thing, so don't be afraid. I will send you the whole pre-recorded thing from yesterday. I was recording that while I was streaming because I saw that the net was giving a little trouble. So we're going to get both videos full. Well, this one here is stream. This one is okay, but the yesterday one, the whole recorded thing, you're going to get the whole recorded thing as usual. So, but thank you so much for continuing to investing in my church. My brother, I greatly appreciate it, man. And hey, let's keep on learning, man. Build some stuff. Let me hear what you're doing so I can learn some things from you. Let me hear what's up, Bullet. That's how I learn. I don't say like, "Oh, I'm the best. I'm the Soca Don." I like to learn new tricks. I like to challenge myself. That's why I'm always saying too easy, but I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just saying, man, let's tackle something it's not normal. So we're going to keep in touch, my brother. Let me know what Destra is saying. Let me know what's up, and peace out. Bless up the Bullet every time out of New York, making the billions on the records. Peace out.